dark. Does that reflect, you know, what you know? You say you write about yourselves.
It's just writing about things, feelings, you know. Not that we're dark or depressed, but just,
we would be if
just
we
as
did.
much as anyone else is, you know. Other bands choose to write about things they don't know shit about, like babes and cars, you know. It's parties and going out on a Saturday night and getting in a fight and all that bullshit, you know.
A lot of political stuff.
We write about ourselves because we know about ourselves. We don't know. I'm not, you know, any authority to write on any political nothing, you know.
What's
I know
Man
about
Box
myself.
about?
It's kind of loosely based on media censorship, but only my theory. So it's not a fact or a statement.
It's about veal.
Plus, I was really stoned when I wrote it, so it meant something different then.
Just got together to have fun, you know, get drunk and go to parties and be the best band we could, you know, and be the best band in Seattle, basically, is what our goal was. Because that was our world to that point, you know. It was just the town, and we accomplished that goal, and it got a whole lot bigger, you know.
Have you ever walked on stage and busted an arm, or what's the worst thing that ever happened to you?
There's a couple incidents, both real hammered. Halloween night 2 years ago, wore a mini skirt on stage. We played at a cowboy bar, and I was drinking tequila slammers. Came out on stage strapped to a crucifix, and told everyone to f*** off, and started playing with myself. Fell off the stage about 8 times, and got kicked out of the place. Another time in front of my parents, it was the first time that they'd seen us in about a year, and was drinking tequila, and fell off the stage about 10 times, and told everyone to f*** off, and I had a good time, actually.
All right, there you go.
The ideas that I come up with are good ideas, but the performance of them, you know, the way Lane sings and stuff, and you just can't beat that shit, man. And Sean and Mike, I mean, that's what really brings it out, and it's an intangible thing that you can't put your finger on, but there's like a serious chemistry there, you know, that would be really tough to find elsewhere. Lane's just, I don't really know how to explain him. He's amazing. I mean, the way he sings and the harmonies that he comes up with are wrong, but they're right in a way. You know, and the way that he does stuff is just, man, off the top of his head. It's just like so quick, and it's just so there. It's really natural, you know. And he's very insightful too as a person, very sensitive, you know, very intuitive to what's going on around him and with other people, you know. And again, you know, he's my best friend in the world.
People didn't know you. If they just looked at the lyrics, read the lyrics, and listened to the music, they think, wow, these guys are pretty heavy and serious. But in real life, you're not.
Right. Well, it'd be pretty boring if we were like all uptight all the time. I don't know. We just, that kind of just how it works. It's not really thought out, you know.
Why would you be like that all the time? What would you be like, Danzig, just angry, punching kids in the face all the time? A lot of the stuff's kind of funny to us, but then other people don't perceive it the same way, so they kind of, you know, oh, ooh, that's, you know, but to us, by the time it comes out, it's pretty funny.
Dirt did really well when it came out right away, better than Facelift.
Yeah.
But Facelift has really sort of gathered momentum, and more so even with the release of Dirt. So how do you feel right now about the albums?
They're round.
No.
If you feel them, they're round. Like, you can feel them.
They're round and smooth and shiny. And
you see yourself. You can see yourself.
It's cool. I mean, we're having a good time. It's kind of unexpected, actually. You know, we thought it would do good, but we didn't think it'd do this good.
I specific, don't I?
We didn't think it'd be that nifty and neato, but with Seattle being so peachy keen and such a trendy, hip, swinging place nowadays, no wonder.
Are you happy with the success you've had so far? Is it important to you to go further? Are you hoping this album will keep going and going and going? 'Cause it's doing well.
It'll do whatever it does.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what it does.
It'll appeal to
No,
who it
I
appeals
hope it
to,
does well, and it's doing better.
We
than
made the
I
record
thought,
for ourselves.
and the
pretty
first
much,
record
you know?
did better than we thought
And you
too.
thought it would?
Yeah, so
Gain momentum, I said.
yeah. So whatever happens with it is what everybody else did. I mean, we did our thing, we did our part, and we'll go play.
How did you guys hook up with Cameron Crowe?
Well, he lives up in that area. He's married to Nancy from Heart, and our manager Kelly has a lot of history with Heart and stuff. So you didn't make that one. You didn't make that one. Anyway, we just kind of met by hanging out up there. You know, I mean, it's not that big of a city, you know. So we ended up meeting through like our manager, meeting the Wilson sisters and Cameron was making this movie, and he was interested in the band from like Facelift and stuff, and wanted to hear some songs. So we had a demo tape of about 10 songs or something that we gave him.
Thank you.
And he picked one.
Pretty good.
Picked one out. Hey, it's not bad. I used to work in a circus.
What's the best thing about the industry, about the business that you're in?
Industry, nothing.
The industry, well,
Nothing.
about the
We get to play. That's the best part.
Yeah.
We get to go do what we like to do, 1 hour a day, but then 1 or 2 hours a day you play, and then you spend 22 hours with just nothing to do, or
What are the perks
the perks.
outside of playing?
You get to see sights if you,
Yeah.
if you have days off. If you're not too hungover, anything.
Travel's pretty cool.
Yeah,
but that gets old sometimes
Yeah,
too, though.
when you get up if you want to, and you go see things, and then you go around towns, you meet a lot of people, friends, and
Do you ever get tired of moving around so much? Like, it must be hard to sort of have a relationship,
I thought I would.
longer than 2 weeks.
I thought I would
That
get,
part of it
I thought I'd get really tired of it, but then it's like when I go home, I go stir crazy. I can't sit in one place
Yeah.
for a while, so because I'm real hyper anyway.
It's like it's a love-hate thing. It's like, if you're sitting
you
home,
hate it while you're
wanna
out
go
for a while, but then as soon as you go home, you
Yeah.
go crazy within a week. You're like, oh, get me out of here! I gotta go somewhere.
It gets old getting into like different hotels every day and this and that. It gets kind of feeling alone, like being in a massive crowd and feeling alone, that type of feeling.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, like you said, you got to move. It's in your blood. It's like you've been doing it so long. If you don't do it, it's even worse. It's, oh God, I gotta get out of this place.
Recently you had an accident in September and you ended up in a wheelchair with a cast and all that. But you did the shows anyways? You didn't mind? So how did it go?
It went good.
Yeah?
I didn't break my neck, so there's no excuse not to play.
Anything funny or wild happened during one of these shows?
Hey! I don't recall anything too crazy.
No. So it went well.
He jumped out in the crowd with his cast. So I thought that was kind of nutty. Very nutty. Kind of crazy. Very angry at you.
So how is it going now? It's okay? Your leg is okay?
Still hurts, but I can walk, so. I can walk! I can see! Wow.
When you have a problem with heroin, does it automatically make you think about death because you're playing with your life a lot? Or?
Yeah, I suppose that comes with the territory. You're flirting with death, and that's probably what's most attractive about it at first, is the danger, But I beat it. I beat death. I'm immortal.
And talking about death so much in your lyrics, did it make it less frightening to you?
No, that's why we write about things like that, because it is frightening. It's a reminder of how scary that is. Oh, yeah. From that, no.
What's the hardest...
The herring, the fish.
The fish.
Yes.
What's the hardest part when you're trying to get over that?
Cravings, probably.
At one point, has it been an excuse for creativity?
No, I never created anything when I was in that state of mind. It was only when I stopped that I could create.
Do you believe in life after death?
Yeah.
What kind?
I think I will come back and
form of a small aquatic creature, or possibly something from the insect world, something interesting, something large, and maybe an Amazonian beetle. He's gonna come back as a giant penis.